Hi, good morning. This is Scott. Welcome to the live stream meditation. And here on my channel, I like to do a integration technique. I think techniques and practices are important in today's world. In the practice, what we utilize is the power of awareness, the God-given power of awareness, to develop and integrate our different dimensions of our being. We work with our body, emotion, mind, and relational dimension. The utility is paramount. The world is comprised of different dimensions of being. And because we perceive the world through these dimensions, when we work with them and practice, we develop a better, sort of more holistic understanding of the world. And we clarify our sort of the apparatus of our life through these dimensions. And you are less likely to have distortion. Because when you apply awareness to your life, you begin to see things more as they are. And seeing is not the best metaphor, but it's, for the sake of speed here, I use the word seeing. Because really it's more than just seeing, isn't it? It's feeling, sensing, knowing, and understanding that comprises reality. And because of today's world and the interconnectivity and machine intelligence, we must develop our sensory intelligence, our reality intelligence, in order to properly coexist with the future in the present moment. The window of opportunity of humanity to see, feel, and know is, in my opinion, becoming more important to become aware of and to navigate. And I do not think that machines can do that for us, even though we might like that. I think it's something that we must practice, just like anything in life. For example, when you're young and there's a point in time before you learn to read, and then there's a time where you do learn to read. Or if you learn another language, like a second language beyond your native tongue, there's a point in time before you know aspects of that language, and then there's a time where you do understand more. We are here learning the language of spirit, language of awareness, the language of ourself with a capital S, that which holds, not only contains our experiences, but with which we, with which that we live, the very foundation of who we are, as well as its interface with the world, with the relative world. And so I'd like to do a brief talk, and then we'll get into a guided practice. Today we'll go for about maybe 45, 50 or so minutes. And lately I've been talking about what might be a controversial topic, but I don't necessarily think that way. I think there is great unity and healing from division when we emerge or awaken to our being, to the different dimensions of ourself. We have access to more reality, and we are understanding of more of that which what is. You can determine for yourself the authenticity of something rather than by what someone else tells you, but by what your actual dimensions of your being are offering you. And you're able to navigate life from that, which I think is a very useful thing in today's world. It's a very similar thing to what I've been saying I call it soft power, but it's more than that, really. It's spiritual authenticity. And when you have it, what it is to say, when you recognize it, you are able to recognize it in yourself, and you are able to recognize it in others. And the apple cart, so to speak, it can be upset by such a practice, but it doesn't have to be. You know, there will be people that understand and people that don't. And this message is not for everyone. This message is for people that really want the truth, with a capital T, and those that have already been living that truth, really. And when we gather together, even in small ways, it ripples out into the community and makes an impact. That impact is not something that can be controlled from top-down means. Even if it's surveilled, it's not something that can be manipulated or demonstratively changed. It's something that doesn't have to come through your words alone. It comes by from our actions as well. And when we harness more of the power of awareness in our life, those actions make a difference in small ways. Either through our good graces, our humor, and in our complementary approach to making a difference even when it's not seen visibly. And the good that we do is not only combined with the truth, but with the beautiful. And this is the nature of the good and the true and the beautiful, that which the Greeks knew about more than 2,000 years ago. And that being said, we'll start today with a practice. We'll begin with the eyes closed and some deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Allowing your breath to fill and empty your body. Charging up the breath. Allow the whole trunk of your body to expand and contract. Top to bottom, side to side, front to back. Allowing your breath to reach all the way down into your pelvic floor, into your legs and feet. Very good, and then we'll do 3 more. Very good, and then now allowing your breath to return to your usual way of breathing. I'm just going to open this window. There we go. Start to sweat. Allowing your breath to be your usual way of breathing, and tuning into your body and your body sensations. Feeling the tingling and the pulsing, the sense of openness, warmth, and presence. Beginning to feel the earth underneath you and your body's connection to the planet, to the earth. You can begin the process of feeling and softening. So on the in-breath, feeling your body, and the out-breath, softening, melting down through your body and into the earth like warm honey. And everywhere that the honey touches is cleansed, healed, purified, and made whole. And each cycle of breath, you get a little bit closer to your body and melt just a little bit deeper into the earth. At which the light of awareness touches, begins to fill with the light. And awareness is divinely orchestrated, coming from not only within, but without. like, you can add in a pause at the end of your out breath before the next in breath. Just letting go, dissolving, and making even more space in your practice. And you may notice that your body begins to become grateful as it begins to open up just a little bit more. Layers of tension soften and melt. Very good. And then bringing your attention up now into your heart, feeling into the center of your chest. On the in-breath, feeling your heart space, your heart chakra, your physical heart. And on the out-breath, softening and expanding your heart. And we can always remember to come back to our body and to the earth for grounding during times of overwhelm. Tuning into your body and the earth underneath you is very useful. Taking a little time here and there to ground and to anchor yourself. And coming in contact with your emotions, you can notice what is emotionally present for you. And without making your emotions right or wrong, good or bad, just allowing yourself to feel them a little bit in the shared space. You could be feeling any of the 5 main cardinal emotions, giving your life direction, like anger, sadness, fear, joy, or shame. And just allowing yourself to feel them a little bit in the shared space. And you could be feeling numb too, which could be also a valid emotional experience. And if you like, you can add in the pause on the in-breath, feeling your heart chakra, your physical heart. And then on the out-breath, softening, expanding your heart. And then at the end of the out-breath, you can pause and let go into the vast open field of your heart space. It's been scientifically proven that the electromagnetic field of your heart expands beyond the limits of your physical body. As the light of our awareness touches our hearts, they become sort of infused with the light of awareness. And this is the sort of window into our souls, or at least one of them. And the connection from heart to heart is the universal divine connection from heart to heart, only made possible by the willingness of each heart to connect. And much like the Christ consciousness, the heart is both in the world but not of it, because we both have the physical movement of the beating of our heart, where you don't tell your heart to beat, it just does that for you. And the spiritual heart, which is connected through our divine right, and that connection is flowing through the center of our chests at all times, whether we know that or not. Great, and then bringing your attention now up into your head, feeling your head on the in-breath. And if you like, you can breathe into your third eye space between your eyebrows or your crown at the top of your head, whatever feels correct for you. And just feeling and softening in and around your skull. And in-breath, feeling your head, out-breath, softening, dissolving tension. And your head will begin to thank you by offering up places where there's tension to be softened. Often we can have tension in our head and not even be aware of it. This way you're physical apparatus of your head is offering up gratitude, allowing it to be softened and a little bit more open. And you can become aware of how busy or active your mind is. And without making that right or wrong, good or bad, because, sometimes your mind is very busy and sometimes it is very calm. And just remaining uninvolved with your thoughts, allowing them to come and go, just like clouds in the sky. And you can always come back to feeling your head or your body and the earth for grounding, increasing the magnetism of your sensing, to pull out of a thought and back into feeling. And if you like, you can add in a pause, so feeling your head on the in-breath, softening in and around your skull on the out-breath. And then between the next in-breath, you can pause and just let go into the vast, open spaciousness of your mind, sort of like the sky, and the head on your shoulders dissolving, and the whole entire sky resting on top of your shoulders. Now from here we can gently open our eyes and allow the work that we just did to remain present and not evaporate. And if you like, you can look at a natural scene, sort of like look out your window rather than your screen. Or like at a tree or some kind of Mother Nature made object. And on the in-breath, begin to feel around you, the space around you. And then on the out-breath, feel the space inside you. And just notice the difference between feeling outside on the in-breath and then inside on the out-breath. Accessing the divine right of relation, noticing outside of me and then inside of me. And you may notice that it's a little easier to feel outside you rather than inside, or vice versa, to feel inside rather than outside, and that's normal. Just becoming aware of what feeling inside and outside is like for you. And if you like, you can add in the qualities of love, compassion, and gratitude to your practice. On the in-breath, feeling love, compassion, and gratitude all around you. And then on the out-breath, feeling love, compassion, and gratitude toward yourself. And just practice sending and receiving love, compassion, gratitude. Super healing and underestimated for sure. Very good. And then from here we can set our prayers and our intentions for the day. And I'll give some space now for you to do yours. May this work that we do transform our life, offering up blessings and ripple out into the community. Amen. Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me. Have an awesome Sunday, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.